Hello everyone, welcome to this Bold Reports tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to embed the Report Designer control in an Angular application by using the Angular CLI. The Report Designer is a web-based reporting tool for creating and editing RDL standard reports. It offers a wide range of report items to transform data into meaningful insights. You can easily build reports using features like data source connections, a user-friendly interface, report parameters, expressions, and more. Before getting started with the Bold Report Designer, make sure your development environment is set up: Node.js and NPM. Let me show you the steps to embed the Report Designer control into an Angular application. Before creating a new Angular application, I need to install the Angular CLI globally on my machine. I open a command prompt and run the installation command. The Angular CLI is a command-line interface tool that helps developers create, manage, and maintain Angular applications. Next, I create a new Angular application and name it Angular Report Designer. The ng-new command prompts you to choose features for the initial app setup. I press Y to add Angular routing, and then press Enter to accept the default style sheet. Next, I configure the Bold Report Designer component. I change the directory to the application's root folder and install the necessary NPM packages. First, I install the Bold Reports Angular library package, which provides Angular components for reporting functionalities. Then, I install the Bold Reports Types package, which provides TypeScript definitions for the Bold Reports library. Next, install the Code Mirror Dependencies package. It helps to edit the SQL queries and Visual Basic Code functions with syntax highlighting. I open the application in Visual Studio Code for editing. Next, I configure the types for the entire application. I open the tsconfig.app.json file and register types in Bold Reports/types under type roots. I also add jQuery and reports.all under types. The Report Designer requires a window jQuery object to render the component. So I create a globals.ts file within the src folder and import jQuery. I also create a window instance to ensure that the jQuery library is globally available in the browser environment. Next, to reference Report Designer scripts and style sheets, I open the angular.json file. Copy the Report Designer component styles with code mirror references from the documentation, and add them to the Styles section under Angular Report Designer. Similarly, I add the code mirror reference scripts to the Scripts section. I use the Tailwind Light theme, but you can choose a theme based on your application's needs. I have provided the documentation link in the video description. Next, I will initialize the Report Designer in the application. I open the app.module.ts file and import the globals and Bold Report Designer module from the Angular reporting components. I add the Report Viewer and Designer component scripts and import the Bold Report Designer module within the ng module class. Next, to invoke the Report Designer on the client side to create the report, I open the app.component.ts file and declare the service URL API property within the app component class. Inside the constructor, I create the service URL variable and need to assign it a value. The Report Designer requires a web API service to process the data and file actions. There are two web API services available to generate a local host. In this demo, I have already hosted an ASP.NET Core Web API service on my machine and generated a URL. So I have used that URL as the service URL variable value. You can host an ASP.NET Web API service application on your machine. For your reference, I have included a link to documentation on this topic in the video description. The report service URL set with localhost indicates that the service is running locally on the same machine as the application. while the API/reporting API path specifies the API endpoint for the report designer service. Next, I open the app.component.html file and add the bold report designer tag by removing the existing code. This is a custom HTML element provided by the Bold Reports library, which renders the designer within a web application. Inside the tag, I add the ID attribute, service URL API property, and styles. The ID attribute specifies the unique name for the HTML element, so I assign the value designer. The service URL specifies the Web API service URL. Now everything is ready to run the application. I run the ngserve command. When the URL is generated, I copy and paste it into the browser. The report designer is loaded in the browser. Then I add some report items to the canvas. And design the report. In this video, I have shown you how to embed the report designer control into an Angular application. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.